Hello, dear friends. Today, I continue to bring you another meaningful story that you will surely love. Let's prepare a seat, a cup of coffee, and let's explore the story right now. I came home earlier than planned and discovered my unfaithful wife in bed with all three of her lovers. Quietly, I retrieved a gun from the safe, blocked their vehicles in the parking garage, and called her, saying, "Darling, there's been a change of plans. I'll be home in 10 minutes." My life is built on two principles: relentless effort and unwavering trust. As the CEO of an elite hotel chain in Paris, my days are filled with high-stakes negotiations, investor presentations, and rigorous planning. My wife, Sophie, was my anchor, or so I thought. Sophie and I met early in my journey to success when I was still climbing the corporate ranks. With her striking auburn hair and laughter that lit up every room, she became my world. After 2 years of romance, we tied the knot, and I dedicated myself to giving her everything she could dream of, from a penthouse with a view of the Seine to luxurious vacations in Santorini. I thought I had given her the perfect life, but one ordinary afternoon changed everything. The day started normally: coffee, a morning workout, and a virtual call with an investor in New York. That evening, I had plans to attend a gala in Nice, but when it was canceled at the last minute, I unexpectedly had the afternoon free. I decided to surprise Sophie. I envisioned her delighted smile as I walked through the door with her favorite pastries, but I could never have imagined what I was about to uncover. Approaching our penthouse, I noticed something unusual. The balcony door, which Sophie always locked meticulously, was slightly ajar. A wave of unease swept over me. Entering quietly, the only sound was the faint hum of the refrigerator, until a soft chuckle broke the silence. My heart dropped. The sound wasn't coming from the living room or kitchen. It was coming from our bedroom. Moving cautiously, I peeked through the partially open door. There she was, Sophie, entwined with three men, laughing and whispering, oblivious to the outside world. Time seemed to freeze. My hands trembled as emotions flooded in: rage, betrayal, disbelief. This woman, my partner of over a decade, had turned our sanctuary into something unrecognizable. Scenarios raced through my mind. I could have burst into the room and demanded answers. I could have screamed in anger, but I chose calm. I backed away silently and went to the study where my pistol, a Glock I'd purchased for protection, was stored. I didn't intend to use it, but its presence would be enough to convey my message. I then headed to the underground parking garage and found three unfamiliar luxury cars. Using my own vehicle, I blocked them in, making sure none of them could leave. Finally, I returned to the balcony, letting the cool breeze clear my thoughts. I called Sophie. "Darling, change of plans," I said with a steady voice. "The dinner's off, so I'll be home in about 10 minutes. There was a long pause before she responded with a nervous laugh. "Oh, wonderful, Marcus. I'll see you soon." Her tone betrayed nothing, but I knew her mind was racing to cover her tracks. By the time I re-entered the penthouse, hurried footsteps and frantic whispers filled the air. Sophie emerged first, her hair tousled, her face flushed. "You're early," she said, her voice shaky. "Yes," I replied casually, placing the pastries on the counter. "Thought I'd surprise you." Behind her, three men appeared, each one awkwardly attempting to appear composed. Silence hung thick in the room as their confidence visibly crumbled. "Are you going to introduce me to your guests?" I asked calmly. Sophie stammered, but before she could answer, one of the men, the boldest, stepped forward. "Listen, mate, this isn't what it looks like," he said, his voice unsteady. "Oh, I think it's exactly what I looks like," I said, pulling the Glock from behind my back and placing it on the counter. I didn't point it at anyone. I didn't need to. Tension suffused the room as I slowly paced. "Do you know where she got that necklace?" I asked, pointing at Sophie. I gave it to her during a trip to Venice, a romantic city. Wouldn't you agree? Ironically, he didn't respond, his face turning ashen. I turned to the others. Do you even know her middle name? Or did she just captivate you with her charm? Finally, I shifted my gaze to Sophie. I gave you everything, didn't I? A life most people only dream about. And this is how you repay me? Tears streamed down her face, but they didn't move me. She had made her choice. This is how it's going to be, I said, my voice devoid of warmth. The three of you will leave immediately and never come back. Your cars are blocked, so you'll need to wait for a tow truck. Sophie's face contorted with desperation. And you, I continued, will pack your things and leave by tomorrow. Divorce papers will be on your desk in the morning. The aftermath was messy but strangely liberating. Sophie tried to apologize, claiming she was confused and needed excitement. Her words fell on deaf ears. I filed for divorce and ensured that the settlement reflected her betrayal. As for her companions, their pride and reputations were shattered. Words spread quickly through our social circles, leaving them too humiliated to show their faces. Betrayal was a sharp wound, but it also jolted me awake. I threw myself into my work, expanding my hotel empire and seeking fresh opportunities. I also began therapy, determined to confront and heal from the pain. A few months later, I found myself on a yacht in the Adriatic Sea, attending a business summit. That's where I met Emma, a brilliant attorney with a sharp mind and a compassionate heart. Unlike Sophie, she valued honesty and loyalty. Our connection was instant, but this time, I was cautious. Step by step, I rebuilt my ability to trust. Emma showed me that betrayal didn't define me. It was merely a chapter in my story, not its entirety. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting golden reflections on the water, I raised a glass of champagne. Life had knocked me down, but it had also made me stronger and wiser. Sometimes I murmured to myself, the worst betrayals pave the way for the best beginnings. With that, I closed the door on my past and looked toward the future. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe. By joining, you're becoming part of a community that values meaningful storytelling and heartfelt journeys. Hit the notification bell to stay updated and share in these stories of growth and transformation. Let's explore life's unexpected twists and turns together. See you in the next stories.